Most barbers struggle with the correct steps on how to get an easy, nice, clean mid taper. What's good is HYB, and with these new Wall 2.0s, we about to get the blurriest fade, the cleanest, most simplest steps that we can possibly
Now
get.
these are the new Wall 2.0s with this standard blade. It's a fade blade. I'm typically I change the blade over time, but this clipper looks very nice, very good clipper, works perfectly fine. So everything that I use in this video, almost everything will be in the description if you would like to purchase it for yourself. So for any haircut, we're gonna comb the hair out just to get it at a just to make it easier for us to, take the hair down to a correct length or a proper length that we would like. But right now, we're using our JRL trimmers. These JRL trimmers are non-zero gap. You want to use a non-zero gap trimmer to set in these ball guidelines. The ball guideline is the first guideline that we'll be setting in, to go off of, to pivot off of, to get our blend or get our shape that we'll be using for the blend. But these aren't zero gap. You either want to use a non-zero gap trimmer or a clipper to set in your first ball guideline. The difference between a clipper and a trimmer is more accurate than a clipper, a non-zero gap
And the reason why you
trimmer.
want to use a non-zero gap trimmer is because you don't want to make this guideline too harsh. If you make a harsh guideline, it'll be hard to take this line out, and when you're done with the fade, it'll look like a unblended blend at the end of the blend. And now we're taking our number two guard, level all the way closed. Level all the way closed leaves the least amount of hair, but we're taking our number two guard because our client, he doesn't want his hair too low like wavelength, but he wants his hair thick enough towards like a tiny little bush. So this is a number two guard, level all the way closed. The reason why I wouldn't use a 1.5 level all the way open, and I'm using a two guard level all the way closed, is just that when the lever is all the way closed, the clipper is more effective and more efficient on cutting the hair down. It'll struggle kind of if the lever was all the way open because the blades are less or farther apart. So right now I'm just kind of just prepping our area right here, our taper area, just taking it down so I can see really everything working from a number two guard to 1.5 to a one guard, and then I can clearly see my guidelines that I'm setting in. So now we're going ahead and we're going to proceed with our second guideline. So this is the lever all the way open with no guard, which leaves the most amount of hair. And then now we're going to work from that second guideline all the way back down to the first. And what we're doing is fading. Fading is a gradual increase or decrease from a dark area to bald, or a bald area, and then you fade up into as you fade up, the hair gets darker and darker and darker. That is the whole process of a fade, and the more that transition is more clear, or more, more or less, a darker area isn't in the lighter area, it makes the blend a lot more better. Now, because we started off we cut the hair down with a number two guard, we're going to start fading against the grain. We cut the hair down with the grain. We're going to start fading against the grain in the opposite direction of where the hair wants to grow. So in this right here, the hair wants to grow down, going towards his ear or going towards his cheeks. So we're going to go against the grain, which is upwards, this upward pattern that you're seeing me do. And so we're going to take it down and start from the three guard, because there's something called a bulk line. We don't want that bulk line at the end of the fade. So you start off with a higher guard. So if we cut the hair down with a number two guard, we start fading with the three, then we move down to the two, one, which we're at right now, and we always start with the lever all the way open and then work our way down to close, the lever all the way being closed. And this is the process of down fading that I have. And right here, we're just taking that point 0.5. This is the only guard that you'll close first, and we're just knocking out that line. And then we'll open up the lever, go back up from where we left off from where we ended with the number one guard all the way closed, and then continue to fade down. And this should be the resting point to where we're blending into the second guideline that we had set in earlier. And now all there is to do is just detailing. See all these dark clumps of hair right here? That's what I'm trying to get out. That is the main focus whenever you're detailing. When you're detailing, it should be lever all the way open, and you should only be using the size of your clipper. This is so that the clipper has little effect on the blend. It has a little effect. It has a little effect for a big outcome. So basically, it's just dividing these pieces of hair that I'm cutting, these darker pieces of hair from the my knowledge, my barber eye, so it can be a blurrier blend. I don't want dark spots and lighter spots. That's not supposed to be darker spots. So I'm taking my trimmer, splitting those hairs in half. I'm basically splitting four hairs into two just so it can seem like it belongs in that place. Or so it can be, not seem like it, so it can belong in that typical area that I said area, but that area that I'm working. And y'all, this is the foundation of a blurry blend detailing. If you have the you can get out a nice blend without detailing, but detailing will get that Instagram perfect or that picture perfect look that you want. And this is my rake down technique that I use all the time when I'm using wall scenes on this channel. And basically it just kind of just going with the grain with the lever all the way open. Sometimes you can slowly close the lever, but don't go all the way too close because you will make a line in the client's head. That's what you do not want. And y'all, right here, sometimes we may face as barbers or people that cut hair, we may face challenges. So on the right side of my client's hair, right there, I look, y'all. This is a kid. It's so difficult to cut kids. What do y'all think about kids' prices, man? I think kids' prices should be just as much as adults, but I understand that they don't work, they don't, they're not working people, but at the same time, I'm a very good barber and I'm a person you should want to pay your kids for a service by me because I'm going to make sure I'm going to get your kids right. I'm not going to rush through the haircut. Even if I'm moving fast, I'm making sure and I'm thoroughly following through all of my steps, and I'm that's a big priority with me, and just making sure the haircut looks good. I don't care what nobody say. You can be a successful barber whether you're good at cutting hair or whether you're not. But me, I'm gonna make sure I cut the hair good because it is a self thing. I'm not about to be no trash barber that's just settling for average. That's not me. That never been me. It never will be me. So I can move fast and still give out a good quality haircut. I didn't see barbers take hour long or have hour long 45-minute appointments, and their cuts are still crazy flawed and nowhere near better than my work. But that is, I think it's all a mental thing, and then it also has to do with having a talent, being having a God-given gift, a artist's gift. But you can still be a successful barber without having that talent. And this is something that I want to point out right here with this one guard. See, I'm about to start working out in that 1.5 area with this one guard, and see, I'm tilting the clippers. I'm tilting the clippers to where it's straight horizontal from the top of the blend coming out. I'm not doing it right now. If you rewind the video, I will be, just so I can increase the size of the guard. That's something that I will get into later on in my videos. I just and if y'all want to see more of this clipper, y'all, I switched the blades to these clippers to the blades that I use on all my wall scenes, and they just hit like crazy. I'm talking about even blurrier blends and everything. But if y'all wanted to do the review and wanted to find out what that blade was, I do have a clipper review video that I just posted like 2 days ago, and it's the previous video from this page if you was to go to my page. And if you liking this right now, please subscribe. We give a lot of valuable information on this page. And right here, because his hair is extremely low, it's already a two guard. We're gonna take that one, and I've seen some, you see that right there? That is the perfect area right there. A perfect example for detailing. I seen some imperfections right here, and I'm just kind of just going back in and detailing. And that's what we're called to do as barbers. When you're a perfectionist, you're gonna go back in and tweak little things of your work. And right here, I'm creating the little the bangs, or baby hairs. But I'm not taking too much off, just enough to where I'm able to successfully line up the client and the haircut lasts a long time. Right here, we're taking alcohol and a cotton swab. If you need to know how you get these products, it is in my description or it will be on this video in the description somewhere, but it's gonna be in there. Just searching it, searching you will find, brother. But we're gonna take that and then we're gonna do everything on cold air with our blow dryer, and now we're gonna use our holding spray to lock everything in, and then we also use cold air to freeze that holding spray. And now we're just taking our trimmer, and look how sharp these trimmers is. Look how nice the line prep and everything got us, y'all. This was an amazing looking haircut, and we're just going around the ears. We picked a nice angle to where it looks good. We don't want to go too high, but we don't want to go too low, because we want this haircut to stand out. This is a all natural haircut, y'all. And y'all just look at everything. But we're going around the ear, making sure, we have it at the right angle and everything. And y'all, I had to go check on my kids real quick, but I have a little office, basically room inside of my house that I do all my videos in. But basically, right here, we matched both sides. It looks crisp. It looks perfect. This is an all natural cut, no enhancements. But when you start with that front lineup, you want to start with the sides. With this particular haircut, something that I'm switching up and doing is starting with the vertical bar, slightly turning my clippers to the side, making that vertical bar, and then going back in and then creating that C cup. The C cup is a very, very, very important haircut when it comes to low tapers, mid tapers, drop fades, any type of curvature right there. The seat, man, those haircuts, even sometimes burst fades. The best burst fades are done with C cups, y'all. Anything with C cups is an extremely, it will come out an extremely good looking haircut. So right here, I'm pointing out that he does have a widow's peak, but I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take his line back just a little bit. I'm not gonna line up that widow's peak at the point. I'm gonna take it back, and I'm gonna make sure that he has a nice thick full lineup that's gonna last an extremely long time. And this is just something that he has to deal with. Who knows if his widow peak grows extremely fast or extremely slow? But this is so he can have a straight successful lineup. You're gonna sacrifice having without a widow's peak, or you'll sacrifice having a V lineup, or you're gonna line up that widow's peak trying to make the at the you're gonna line up the bottom, the tip, the peak of the widow's peak, and then you're gonna sacrifice literally having a light spot in both corners. So that's why, and then you want to work towards the strong side, no, the weak side, and then the strong side. So if you need to take the strong side back to match your weak side, you can, because you can always take hair away, but you can never bring it back. And if I line up the strong side first, it'll come out uneven because the weak side of the lineup doesn't grow as much hair. And to finish off any natural haircut, you always want to use a razor blade, y'all. That is the key. That is the butter. That is the foundation of everything. But look, if y'all new to the channel, make sure y'all like. We do post, we give out valuable information, and as you can see here, I am not a bad barber. I have value and information to give y'all. But look, if y'all rocking with the video, if y'all rocking with the vibes of the barber, make sure y'all subscribe, make sure y'all repost, do whatever you need to do. Make sure you leave a comment. But look, it's HYB. If you're not handling your business and what you're doing, we out. And look, all natural hitters as always.
Danny, please don't do anything crazy.